Well, briefly, I forgot to mention something before, which was how to create a new trading. So let me share my screen, and with this we will finish the opportunity piece. Good. Going back to the opportunities, my open opportunities, is this open? Yep. So just imagine that in this case, I want to add a trading. I try to search for it here, if you remember, the searching box, but I didn't do my homework and it's not in my database yet, right? How to add, in this case, is the equipment. Please don't use this plus new equipment. This is a button added by Microsoft and we cannot remove it. The problem is this is creating an equipment in my CRM system, but it's not linking it to this customer, right? How we can add a new equipment for this account by using this add equipment button. This is included in my guidelines, okay? By pressing there, you add here, I don't know, 5M, whatever, 500 mm, bought as used, and bought the, let's say, 2 years ago. January, 1st of January, 2 years ago, right? There we go. Once you add it, by pressing this add equipment button, the top, now you will be able to search for it in the trading piece. We'll see that in a minute, okay? There we go. Magnifier 5M. That's all, okay? Good. So I'm gonna stop sharing for a second and I'm gonna briefly describe what we've done. Basically, this is the system flow. I need the account in the system to be able to create opportunities. Then from the opportunities, I add it, and basically there are 3 possibilities: win, lose, or postpone. If I win it, then I must access to the account to enter the serial number plate. That's all. Okay. If I lose, we will see that in some seconds. Good. So in my guidelines, you can find it opportunity. We always start from the account by pressing plus new opportunity in the ribbon or in the box, like we've seen many times. There you can find mandatory information, which is first brand and product family, at least. If I don't know the precise model, if I know the model, everything will be pre-populated by consuming the product hierarchy. Then the topic. Please remember, it's important to get a consensus internally how you're gonna name the opportunities from now on. And last, the estimated close date, when this customer is gonna buy, requested delivery date, when I will be able to provide the machine to the customer, probability of buying, probability of winning. Good. How to add equipments using the product line items section. In the top of the ribbon, you will find this button, add products, write in, and there you start adding the machines to the opportunities, right? In those cases where you will have trade-ins, it's as simple as selecting from the magnifier. If you cannot find it, that's because of the database is not updated, then please press add equipment on the ribbon. So you add this new machine. This is exactly what I've done some seconds ago. And then you will be able to find it through the magnifier. So you can either, that's optional, adding the selling price, trading price, and mark it as quoted or not. You can jump it or use it, right? So finally, we will have basically 3 possibilities. Winning the opportunity, or losing the opportunity, or postponing the opportunity, right? Good. If I win, press the button, job done. If I lose, close opportunity, and then 3 possibilities: lost, no buy, buy used. Lost against the competition, we must include the reason for losing, price ratio, or finance offer, or trading offer, not enough, or whatever, right? In lost and buy used, we have a next contact, appointment, or task, and the capability to add competitive equipment. This will be sent to the database, customer database. So it makes sense to do that, right? And that's all. Any question? Nope. So with this, we move directly into the Power BI reports, right? To me, one of the things which are, let's say, ideal from the usage of CRM. So how to give access to any user in your organization to the Power BI report, reports. Good. In CRM, let me share. In CRM, you must go to settings. In settings, open the users. Open, in this case, your user. You are going to grant access yourself. User data. Lastly, maintain user information. And Power BI access, yes. Right?
So this the part that you wanted that I remind you. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
And
I don't know if you did it already, Alexander, Petro. You did it already? Did you grant yourself access to Power BI reports? No?
No.
Maybe I can guide you now. Sorry, Oleg. Go on.
Yeah, I just wanted to clarify one more time that before getting Power BI report, we should provide an access, and we can do it by itself for our accounts, or our manager can provide it for us.
Any role 6 can provide access to any other person. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Good. Maybe Alexander, do you know how to share your screen in Teams?
So I need to share screen?
Yeah, the screen in Teams. Do you know how to do that?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, if you would be so kind to share your screen, I'm gonna guide you. So the others in the meeting, Petro or whoever, Yaroslav, if you're role 6, you can follow these instructions. Please open CRM, access to CRM.
I need.
I can see your screen, Alexander. So can you access to CRM, please?
Yeah. One moment. I need to.
Yep. Yeah. So your XID. If you wanna, don't share if you don't want this password or the user ID. The password, I hope that will be hidden.
One moment. I need to stop screen.
Sharing.
Stop sharing.
Stop sharing. Yeah, exactly. So when you're ready, just share with us. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Right. Good. One little recommendation here, Alexander, would be to save this as a favorite. So yeah, tick the box and then continue. To save favorites in Edge, click on continue, please. To save favorite in H, you have a big star at the top right corner.
Yeah, but every time when I need to access to the CRM system, I need to log out from my Microsoft company account.
Well, anyway, but just to get the direct link, you have
Okay.
these favorites. Please
Okay,
press there.
yeah.
Just for your reference, press on the top right. Yep, the favorites, and save these in your favorite bar. Maybe good. And there's another option you can click here, which is on the three horizontal dots. Show favorites. There must be there an option to show favorites, or let me check that in H. Can you find it?
I know how to do it in Google Chrome browser.
This is, but this is
Okay,
different.
I will do it later. So
Okay, no problem.
yeah,
That's my recommendation. Add it as a favorite.
okay,
Good.
okay, good.
Then, right from here, from CRM, you will find close to the John Deere logo, 9 dots on the left-hand side, and that should be showing Power BI reports. Sorry, Power BI tool. Close Copilot. Yeah, close that. Move to the right and accept, whatever. Then, on the third bottom on the left, you should find normally Power BI, the applications. No, done. No, exactly, they're Power BI. Good, perfect. So by going to Power BI, doing that from CRM, this is recognizing your user ID. So it's just showing Power BI reports associated to your CRM user ID. Scroll up, yeah. There must be a bottom, the fifth bottom, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, applications. Down. Yep, that one. No, up. No, the one up.
Program.
Yeah, and on the green bottom, this must be obtain applications, if I'm not wrong. Then you will see the full options of CRM applications. Select the first one, and this is showing the Power BI reports option just for. This is accessible to any user. You don't need to grant access from CRM to access here. This is open, fully open,
okay,
right?
Okay.
The one we have granted access to you is another one. So again, this is for every sales rep. Every sales rep could follow the same steps you did, right? And access here. Go back to Power BI, please. Options. And let's see which is the application you need to select. No, Power BI, sorry.
No, sorry.
Yep, no problem. Go back. Probably is at the bottom, arrow back. Down. The last bottom on the left. Bottom, at the bottom, down. Yep, that one. Yep. So again, applications, obtain applications. Top right. Green button, big button, please. On the right. Yeah. Thank you. And then there must be something about, can you please type there on the searching box CRM? CRM. There must be another application. Have you granted yourself access in CRM? You did it?
Yeah.
Can you go back to the user definition on the left? Yep. User data. Second, then plus new maintain user information. 3 dots on the plus new maintain user information. Yep. Scroll down. Down. No. Nope. Yeah, that should be a yes, or it will not work. So this is the first step to access to manager reports. Save and close. And now we have to refresh Power BI. Go back to the third. Yeah, so refresh it or close that box and refresh it. Refresh the browser, please. Then click on Obtain Applications, the green one. Then that one. Yep. So now you have two. The first one was for sales reps in general. You don't need to give them access in CRM. The second one is for managers. You must give access to them in CRM, to the other people in your organization with this report level. Click there. Perhaps we need to do everything from scratch because the very first step is very important. Yeah, close the tab, please. Close completely the tab, Power BI, and then do that again from CRM. Yeah, please.
Okay.
Then the 9 dots again, top. Yeah, Power BI. Yeah, that one, the red one. This is for managers. This is for managers. Good. Now you have the full list. So please, now you can stop. Stop. Don't do anything. Stop sharing. Otherwise, the others will see your information here. Okay.
Okay.
Good. Now I'm going to continue with my reports. Okay. Give me 1 sec. Share. Yeah. So these are John Deere employee reports, which is covering partially the information you do have in your reports. Okay. We have a limited version of what you see. Let's say that we can see general information about dealers, and you as dealers can see even one level down with your sales reps, right? We cannot see sales reps, you can see sales reps. All right, good. Then let's start with one of my favorites, the funnel report. I guess you know that from being on every deal, so it's not going to be new to you. How Power BI works is, let's say, is simple. You have many reports, and this is just reflecting the information from CRM. We refresh the information overnight, so you will see the information from the previous date. Okay, good. On the left hand side, you have the gray area. This is the filtering area where you can modify things. In my case, I have defined for the funnel report rolling 12 for combines, but as far as you see here, we have some other families: aftermarket, ISG, tractors between 100 and 149, above 150, trailer sprayers, utility vehicles. In the coming months, we will complete it with turf families and hopefully with non-John Deere brands and used equipment machines, right? But of course, we will just have access to John Deere information. We will not have access to the non-John Deere brands. Right? Good. By filtering here, you can create your own filters. In my case, I'm going to show you real information from other areas. In my case, this is combines, dealers from the UK. Okay. The first box is for industry forecast. Sorry, it's not good translated, it's not forecast. This is the real industry in the last 12 months. This value is being added by the branches. So the UK branch include 249 machines for combines for the last 12 months. Prospects means the number of people you're adding to your prospect list, to your marketing list. We will see that in detail on Friday, how to add members to the marketing list. 696 means the number of opportunities created in the last 12 months for combines. 489 quotes for combines. 1 plus lost, 155, and 1 machines in the last 12 months for combines, 72. Any question? I guess you're familiar, right, with the sales funnel? Good.
Can we filter it for fiscal year, not for rolling 12?
Yep, fiscal year by clicking this button, or maybe even more precise with the exact dates you need, right? I just need to go again to filter UK, and this is the information for UK for combines, right?
Thanks.
So fiscal year today, so it's from 1st November. Right now we're covering 5 months somehow, right? I prefer always to review rolling 12. To me, this is giving a the global data for existing period of times, so you can see good values for participation and closure. I guess that you're working as well with values for quarter 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever, right? That's one option, but my preferred option is to see 12 months, blocks of 12 months, right? In this case, let's see for combines again, UK or Spain. Let's move to Spain. Last 12 months combines. You see our forecast is 212 machines in general. Today we have 800, almost 800 prospects. On the right hand side, you see references, you see percentages. So 799 prospects divided by 212 industry means that we are covering 377% of the market. Yep. Then opportunity coverage is 326 opportunities in the last 12 months for combines in Spain out of 212 industry, means 154, right? Same for quotes. And last, participation and closure. So by the numbers I see here, 152, 1 plus lost, divided by 212, we could say that in general in Spain, our participation is 72%. What would you say? This is high, this is good, this is low? What do you think, Alexander?
I think it's must be 100%.
This is a dream, right?
Yeah.
We should aspire to get this 100%, but realistically,
I think it's really pretty good.
that's acceptable, let's say.
Yeah,
Okay.
acceptable. Yeah.
Petro, what do you think? Your area of responsibility in general, how many deals do you detect?
We must look in the diagram for down and check won, lost, other branch, and other make in mind.
Yeah, exactly. But we will go there in a minute, okay? Let's see that this is not bad. Let's say that realistically 80% would be a good score here, not identifying 20% of deals out there, because in some cases you have customers that get to you, go directly to class, and you don't even notice. And in some other areas, the hilly mountains or whatever, is hard to get in touch with them regularly, right? That could be some cases where the participation is a little bit lower. And about the closure rate, how would you say in Ukraine, which is the closure rate for combines? 40, 30, 50? Petro,
Near
in your area?
40. Oh, in Petra.
I not remember to tell the truth.
Okay. Basically, this is 1 divided by the 1 plus lost. How many do you win out of the deals you are in? So could be 40, 30, whatever, right? Why they are so critical to us, the combination of participation and closure? What do we get from those ratios?
Market share.
Yeah. Do you know, Pedro, how do we get the market share from these two ratios?
Now 43%.
Yeah, but in this case, how would we get the market share?
It's very high, I think.
Basically, there's a simple calculation. I'm gonna do that with you quickly. It's simple maths, right? So give me 1 sec, and I'm gonna explain. So participation means 1 plus lost divided by the industry. That's clear, right? Closure means 1 divided 1 plus lost. So how can we get market share? It's simply multiplying these ratios. So we take out win plus lost in both calculations. So we get win divided by the industry. Right? So basically here in my example, sorry, we have to multiply 72 by 40. Right? Sorry. It's not doing, interesting, not doing that. Ah, that's cool. You're not doing, my gosh. Do I have my, sorry, I don't know if I changed maybe by mistake.
Там через дефис надо поставить, типа, разделить на 100, Олег.
There we go, sorry.
Прибавить, а потом, типа, касаешь на 100% формули.
Це зрозуміло, що нам потрібно win plus lost поділити на win.
Yeah, so it's 29, right? Good. Your cases could be up or down. So basically the importance of both ratios is how we can affect the closure, moving them up, and the participation as well, moving it up. To move it up closure, you could maybe be more aggressive. You can enter more incentives. You can, I don't know, do more demos. I don't know, finance special offers. Boom, 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 and maybe training. Basically training. If you have your sales rep, if you increase the knowledge of the products for your sales reps, the closure will be moved up, right? Participation. What can you do to detect more opportunities out there? What do you think? Yaroslav, how would you detect more opportunities out there?
I have no idea.
Sorry, say again?
I have no idea.
Idea. So you know that out there are 20 people dealing with our dealers, not John Deere. How would you identify them? How would you attract them? How would you?
Employees? You're talking about employee? Or what?
Maybe marketing, right? You increase the knowledge of your dealer in your area, so maybe you attract them. Maybe social media. I don't know, many actions, but on top, for sure, prospecting.
Also, demos maybe will be better
Demos.
in participations. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe you're attracting customers that never thought on it.
Yeah,
right? But for sure, prospecting, creating a list of customers, and how to contribute to a good prospect list database. Then CRM. That's the secret of these project CRM. If you increase the data on your database, data quality on your database, then you will detect more customers that maybe you never think on it. So indirectly, you could be increasing the participation, maybe 4 points, just imagine, simply. So let me paste that and pretend to do an exercise for next year. Just by increasing just 4 points in participation, you're gaining directly 1 more point in the market share. So it has a direct impact. If the closure were a bit higher, because in tractors normally is a bit higher, at least in Spain, the effect is doubling. Our regular ratios in tractors is 50, at least in Spain, right? So simply by increasing 2, 3, 4 points of participation, you will directly impact on the market share. That's the idea with a process like this, with a project like this, with CRM and so on, right? That's the importance of these two radios, participation and closure, right? Good. Then let's continue with the graphics. On the right-hand side, we can see here for this period of time, all the open opportunities we have created, from which brand they were coming from. The system is always going against the opportunities and collecting, okay, for combines, I have these, and these. This is automatically being done for the systems. So this opportunity was created for this account, and this account owns these equipments. Which is the last combine this guy has? So the system will filter here equals combines automatically and see which is the last one. Is that one? So it's a class. Then to me, one more here. If this would be New Holland, one more here. That's the reason why this is absolutely critical to include the equipments from the customers, but as well to include the customer delivery date when they acquire the machines. Because the last one will be the one counting here. And that's the reason why, for instance, for combines in Spain, the system is just detecting 179 out of 326. Because in the other 45% remaining, the system is not able to detect here anything. Either there's no combine or there's no age for that combine. So we have a lack of 50% here. You see what I mean?
But yeah, I understand. But if we buy some database, we tend to add it to the CRM.
Yeah, that's a very interesting question, which is export and import information from the database. We can do that. We can do that in Excel, using Excel mode. So, for instance, we need to build here a view with the mandatory fields to create accounts. You can recognize easily with the red stars the mandatory fields, but I can help you to create in a view. And then once you have that view, it's just as simple as exporting to Excel. In one sec. Enable editing. Adding or removing these lines to avoid overwrite. You can remove them. Just keep it one. And if I would make any change here, I would be overwriting this account. That's the risk here. So I normally take it out. But for my explanation, it's good to have at least one, because if I wouldn't hide columns A, B, and C, you see here how the system for any existing account is adding this codification. So if I make modifications here, it's detecting that I'm overwriting. But if I would be adding here any other new account, as this is empty, it detects that this is a new record to be included in the system. Profile ID, I cannot add it manually. And there are some other fields that should be added, whatever. And then boom, 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 boom. Once I finished, I add as many customers as I need. Once I finished, I would save that file. For instance, in this PC, in the desktop, as a test. Save. Close. And then import from Excel file. The system is asking, okay, what do you want to import? Choose the file. I save it on desktop as test, open. Next. And the system is mapping the fields I have by clicking on review mapping with the fields it needs. Is not working because I didn't create the appropriate view with the mandatory fields. But if it would be saying, okay, city from your Excel file is the same than city in CRM. Zip code in your Excel file is the same than city field, zip postal code field in the CRM system. And when everything is in green, finish import, and then it's massively bringing this info on the system. Probably we will need a separate session to cover import and export. I've just done a super simplified version, right? That's one option. Another option is not export import, but open in Excel Online. But please, just let's say medium Excel knowledge is needed here, or you can destroy your database. So don't show that to any other person that doesn't know the minimum requirement needed knowledge on Excel. From here, you see how this is exactly opening the same I have in the view. So by adding here, I don't know, test, for instance, in Abigail Murphy's account, I could save it, and this is making the change. And I go. That's a super stupid example because you probably would access to Abigail and make the change. But I'm going to teach you another thing quickly. Just leave. Just imagine that you would like to change, track the progress. Let's see how it works. Let's finish it. So one process, refresh, 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 refresh. It takes importing, refresh. Depending on the number of values you're gonna add, success. Finish, refresh, and Abigail Murphy test. For instance, if you would like to change them all to B, again, open Excel Online. Let's go to the account type B on the system. B, save. But there's a risk here. I'm gonna show you. If you don't know how to use Excel appropriately, I'm gonna show you what could happen. It takes some seconds. One failure. Let's see. 2 failures. Something is wrong. Maybe I didn't paste with the right format. 4 successes. Okay. If I need to know which was the successes and which was the failures, click twice on the line, then success. This, and this. Okay, perfect. B. Failures. For any reason, those 2 records fail. Was not created because there was a duplicate. Oh, it's detecting duplicates. Okay. So going back to accounts, you see that. Which are the risks here? I was just filtering here, if I remember well, key accounts or any other. Yeah, so let's include B here. All right. What can fail here? If you click on opening Excel Online, maybe you filter by case. So you see some rows in between with B. Row 4, 5, 6. But now you tick A and you drag and drop, you are overwriting the rows in between. So this should be managed by some person that knows the minimum from Excel, or they can destroy that quickly, very quickly, right? So be careful with this. That's what I'm trying to say. So you can massively migrate equipments, accounts, anything you need from any system. All you need to have is basically the mapping. For instance, if you're in any other system, you have the account name, it should be the same, type the same here, same account name, or as the serial number or any other thing should be matching to easily be identified in both systems. If not, this is not going to work. But beside that, maybe if you remember the product hierarchy, right? Oops, sorry. You cannot import information from any other system if you're not respecting the brand as this is spelled in CRM. If you try to migrate massively products with JD, it's not going to work. You must map it up appropriately with a CRM language using the exact terms from CRM, and it will work. Okay, is it solving your question about exporting, importing from other sources?
Yeah.
Maybe the question with regards to Ukrainian language, Alexander, I think you have already some experience. Do you see namings of customers on Ukrainian language and actually names and contact information on Ukrainian language or not?
There's an easy way to change it, at least visually, using this option I've done here. If you don't read English, at least the users could be able to. That's super easy. If not, of course, you can change behind the scene all the accounts and change the alphabet into Cyrillic, but it's a little bit more complex. I was checking that yesterday in Copilot, and there is a way to do that through Excel, but it will take more time.
Maybe I asked my question again. Maybe
Yes,
Alexander Vorontsov, could you please share your screen and maybe show us how you have right now wording of your customers, just briefly to have understanding.
Change for all active accounts instead of my active accounts. Change the title. Yep. All accounts or Alki account or whatever. Yeah. So you can see here, some cases is Cyrillic. Yeah. In any case, it's Cyrillic, right?
So it means we have Ukrainian language here. We have possibility to add on Ukrainian language.
Of course, if you change the keyboard to Ukrainian and you type in Ukrainian, it will be typed that way. Yeah. I didn't know that it was migrated originally in Ukrainian names, but it's fine, right?
Thank you, Alexander.
Yep. Can you stop sharing, please? Otherwise, this is being recorded. Good. So the language is something we need to discuss, let's say, based on the number of users and based on these type of things, we may consider or not to translate the full CRM system into Ukrainian, but it will cost money. So that's one of the problems we need to think about, right? If we have enough users in Ukraine that justify the translation to Ukrainian, or maybe if you can survive with English, if there are not so many users. This is something you will have to tell us, let's say, how important, how critical for you is to have the system in Ukrainian, right?
Right.
Good. Yep. So let me go back to the, or like I was showing here, how acceptable these names. I cannot tell you, to be honest. Sorry, I'm gonna change that to, sorry, I was here. How acceptable the translation here it could be by moving into Ukrainian. I don't know if this is account name, if this is acceptable, ID profile. If this is good enough, we can save money, or then
Let's say
someone will have to
partially.
pay, and someone will have to maintain every new button. We are adding buttons every quarter, and someone needs to review that. And I can promise it's not taking 2 minutes to review the full translation. And in this case, Oleg and the others will have to help me. I normally receive an Excel file for Spanish about 200 new terms that needs to be translated every quarter to be appropriately uploaded in the new version. Every quarter we have new features, new functions, and this must be maintained. In the original file, we have more than 16,000 lines to be reviewed. So it's not a simple translation review as it seems. All right.
I would say for the beginning, that if our system understands Cyrillic and Ukrainian language, it is enough.
Okay.
Then you can add this translation to Ukrainian language, for example, and continue to work. And system will recognize your information that you will put there. So maybe we can start with this and then continue with translation someday.
Yeah, I would say so as well. All right. Good. Then going back to the sales report, I've explained this opportunity by customer brand, which is good. One from brand. So the one's opportunity 61. The system was recognizing 37 because just in the 61% of the cases, there was an existing equipment from those customers. Then going back again to the accounts, let me change. Oh, sorry, this is the finish. No, that's fine. Let me change again the translation to English. So it's recognizing from the account, the equipment, and in the equipment for combines or whatever. The last one is a John Deere. Okay, for if I want a machine for Abigail, this will be one more here, right? Or class or the other. So it's super important to me to keep the database alive. Otherwise, we are losing here a lot of information. Maybe in the lost to brand, for instance, 152 minus 61 means that we have lost 91 machines, but I was just, or the dealers were just reporting 46. So they were not reporting 50% of the cases. I don't know against who I have lost, right? Good. You see here the seasonality of the creation of opportunities, when you win or when you lose, and distribution about account types. So 9% of the cases are for 29 opportunities for key accounts, 28 for quotes for key accounts, or maybe for A, which is the 15%. You can click here on the legend, and this is filtering. So it's very, very flexible the way to filter here, right? By using legend or using the filters, you see different information on the right hand side, right? All right. Any question about the funnel?
John Deere employee can dive up to dealer level, but dealer level can dive up to sales manager.
Sales rep. Yep.
Okay.
Sales rep and sales manager.
Okay.
Okay. Good. Moving back to the next one, pipeline report. Let me show you real examples from, for instance, Spain that have been working with the system for last years. I'm gonna clean that. Yeah, for combines, for instance, or let for tractors of 150 fiscal year for Spain. I'm gonna short the first table. So our bigger dealer here, Trivium, has reported 72 lost deals of 150, have reported 101 won deals. The goal for them is 333, right? The gap to goal is 232, yet so 333 minus 101 machines is 232. Today, they have added 923 customers into their prospect list. They have 407 opportunities associated to 150 horsepower plus segment. They have 327 quotes, and now it comes the magic. So if you remember, when I was creating the opportunities, I was forced to add the percentages. For instance, that one, 80-60. So the system is collecting all the opportunities from that dealer and multiplying the opportunities associated for 150 horsepower individually by the percentage of buying and winning. So in this case, it would be 80-60, 48%, 48%. And this is summing them and creating the forecast. Is that clear? So in Spain, we can say that for all of our dealers, we are expecting to have 503 tractors above 150 horsepower for John Deere in this fiscal period. Fiscal period, it's searching in the estimated closing date. All right, to build this forecast. Is that clear, Pedro? Perfect. So you may say, but 150 is too much. Can we see that at serious level? Of course we can. So right below, or here in the filtering area, or using the legend, we could deep dive into 6Ms. By clicking here, now we can see dealers with exactly the same information, but just with 6Ms. And you can do the same in your business with your sales reps. You will not see dealers, of course, you will see sales reps here or users in the system, being able to watch their forecast. So for instance, Petro, what would you do with this information about forecasted machines for 6M series? Why do you need that information in your daily business? Why you build forecast?
We can to increase order bank, or
For instance,
decrease, yeah.
Or ordering to get your finance information or anything, yeah. For P4P, for the bonus at the end of the year, do you have goals? Yeah. For instance, to see if you're checking the goals. So you're expecting here 240 machines. If I would be a dealer, in my case, for instance, Tribune, expect 79. Is this covering my goal? Is not. I'm far from it. Not. Today I'm in April. I still have time to react. Maybe I need to be more aggressive here or less aggressive. I'm in a good position. Good. You can see not just a big number, but also the distribution on the next months. So from these 240 in Spain, we're expecting to have 110, 120, let's say, by the end of April, 54 in May, 36 in June, and so on and so on. So it's helping as well to distribute for ordering those machines. But maybe, Alexander, you would be interested not just in the series, but at the model level. So by clicking here in the 2 arrows down, we are moving one level down on the product hierarchy, being able to see model by model. So for instance, in Spain, 6155M, we're expecting 61, and the distribution. So for ordering, comparing this with your existing stock machines to build your P4P, to be your expectations versus those goals. What else?
It's very useful.
Exactly. And how this is being fed by? Where is this system? Where is this system reading the information from, Alexander?
From CRM from
Bingo.
opportunities.
So exactly, from opportunities created by who? By the
Manager.
manager or sales reps.
Sales rep, yeah.
So Pedro,
And
your
actually,
meeting on
accuracy.
Wednesday should be regularly updated to have the right information to be able to read this super values information. If they're not updating that regularly, the fields I mentioned before, estimated close date, requested delivery date, and the percentages, you will have here the wrong information. Then it
Important that accuracy depends from the information that sales rep put in the system. Yeah.
exactly, right? Jaroslav, we will see on Friday how this is valid as well for aftermarket. We have created recently the family aftermarket with some serious labor parts of service and some models, for instance, expert checks. So you could start creating opportunities, not for sales whole goods, but for sale aftermarkets, and check which is the movements on these products in the future, right? Let me go to UK because they are piloting this super nice thing here. So let me check, for instance, for there's nothing selected here. Oh, let me labor parts. I have some services. Yep. Models. Oh, let's select all because I guess I need to clean. There were some filters done before. Sorry for that. Nothing. They're just piloting this. That's the reason why this is not being appearing, but let me refresh that and start from scratch. See why this is not showing values. Because I'm 100% sure that in the UK they're having some values here. So for instance, let's clean UK aftermarket. So you see some open prospect, open quotes for some models or some expert check combines, forage harvesters, round balers, self-propel tractors, maybe. Yeah, tractors, for instance. You can see here famous dealers from the UK, Ripon, Bambergers, or Tackles, already creating opportunities or even quotes for aftermarket products, right? We must emphasize that CRM is normally, or it was designed originally for sales, whole goods, but step by step, we're expanding the possibilities to some other departments, like parts or selling services. You see here? And you can track them as well.
We have here goal and gap to goal. From where we have this figure, from which system, or we are putting it manually?
Yeah, in CRM, we have as well the possibility to include goals. Let me show you briefly how you can do that. In the sales, I guess, sales managers can access to this area, dealer goals. This is a bit advanced, but you can easily do that. And you can add as many goals as you need. Let me show you one example. For instance, if Oleg would be one of my sales reps, I would say, okay, Oleg, tractor above 150 and Q1. I would add him, product family for tractors above 150, goals in units. I don't know, selling 3 tractors in the first quarter, industry, 10 tractors in total. First quarter ends in 1-3 January, year 2025. Save. New. Oleg. Tractors above 150. Q2. Sales rep again. Oleg. Tractors above 150. Goals in units. Okay. First quarter plus second quarter would be maybe 7 machines. Industry. Covering both quarters, maybe 20 machines. Month 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, second quarter ends in April 2025. Save and close, and so on and so on and so on. So you will have the list here of Oleg's goals. You can modify them on the go, maybe. And I see that the marketing is increasing, right? Or maybe you could use this simple, let me untick it. Use this simple online function. So I can select it, Control C, copy, Control B. Let me do it again. I don't know why it was failing. Control C, then Control B, and then this would be quarter 3. This would be quarter 4, and then that should not be goals in units 8, but I don't know, 15. And the total market for the quarter 3 would be 35. Third quarter ends in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 July. Same for the next one. This ends in October. And this would be 65. And the final goal, a cumulative goal, 25 machines. Save it. This is massively migrating this info. And I've covered your goals quarterly, Oleg. I can do that a common annual goal just by adding here maybe Oleg Tractors annual, and defining the month would be October 2025, and I just add the industry and the goals in general, right? This is the methodology. It's very simple. I don't know how many sales reps do you have there in AGROSEM, in AGRISTAR? How many sales reps do you have, Alexander?
13.
13. Okay. If you start maybe this year with tractors above 150, it's just adding 13, maybe annual goals, just 13 lines. If you would do that quarterly, it would be 52 lines. If you do that for combines, so 52 plus another 52, 100 lines. But once you have the structure, next year is very simple. You just need to replace this 25 by 26 and save it again. Done.
And Gonzalo, maybe another question. If you're talking about hierarchy for sales department, for example, Alexander, adding 13 sales reps.
Yep.
They will work in the system just to put opportunity. So just to create accounts and add opportunity. What kind of license should we grant to these sales reps?
If this is about opportunity creation, they must be in LITE. That's why I say all sales rep must be in LITE. Otherwise, they cannot create opportunities. It makes no sense, right? And you see here how this was updated. Sorry, go on.
If they in LITE, we can use fully these tasks and reports.
Yep.
Means it will be full functional of LITE license.
Yep. Right. Yes. And then on top of it, if you would do that as well, you will be able to see the individual goals by user here, goals and gap to goal and anything else. There's another one super cool, which is the performance tracking. Must be somewhere here. This is not visible for us, but it's visible for you, where you can check sales rep by sales rep the evolution of the sales plus the forecast versus the goals, quarter goals or annual goals, and see the trend, right? If you would do this exercise by adding the goals for tractors of 150, tractors of 170, for aftermarket, for combines, for anything you decide to do, right? I guess it's here. Let me try to find something similar. It's not here, sorry. I need to find I can find a picture and I try to show you in some minutes, right? But let's say this is how pipeline report works. Super interesting for defining the evolution of the forecast, or quotes, or opportunities still without a quote, right? And then to me, the most, or your most usage report or your main favorite report should be that one, opportunity list. I've shown you how in CRM you can see your existing opportunities by clicking here, then showing the open opportunities. Sorry, in LITE here, then going to the homepage, going to the open opportunities, and at the bottom, opening see all records, and then you see all opportunities, right? Good, which is good, but maybe in Power BI, we have that one where you can filter by product family name, by series, or by model, by any period. So in the status of those opportunities, if the expiration date is in the past, lost, no buy, or opportunity, and in your case, opportunity, just opportunity, not quote. So here you would be able to see your open opportunities in front of the salesman, watching all the details. So I'm gonna pretend to be one of those dealers here. So for instance, Comercial Agrícola Castellana for combines. This is the existing opportunities for combines, right? So they can track by salesperson. So for your meetings on Wednesday, Petro, you will have here all the opportunities depending on the family, where you can change or check with them. The closing date, the status, is this an opportunity? Is this quoted? The confidence. Confidence means the percentage of buying multiplied by winning. So 80 by 60 is 48. So here you would see 48. 8 means 20 by 40 or 40 by 20. 12 means 60 by 20, 20 by 60. 16, 40 by 40. 36, 60 by 60, and so on and so on, right? The series, the models within this opportunity, the creation date of that opportunity. There you will find an hyperlink to access to that specific opportunity. So this would bring you here directly to discuss it in front of your salesman, to see if the estimated close days is good, and the percentages or the product they are offering, the selling price, the trading price, all this accessing from here. Please interrupt me if you have any question. Okay. Latest customer brand. From here we can clean the database. So as far as I see, this salesperson was not adding which was the last brand from this account. So I would access here and ask him, hey guy, please come here to this opportunity, access to the account, and add the missing combine equipment here. Clicking here and entering the class combine we are missing, right? Any class, let me check, cosechadora, maybe Lexion. Let me see if I do have Lexion. Yeah, so the right model. Okay, bought as new and bought in maybe 2020, January 2020. Save it. So next time I will access here, that should be appearing here. Or if I lose, I analyze my lost option, my lost opportunities. I can see that these guys didn't report against who they were losing and which were the original brand from this customer, the latest brand. But I have this here, this nice paint, these maps, where I can see, okay, this seems to be a New Holland area. For any reason, I'm losing against New Holland here. So I can tick, tick, and tick with the control key of my keyboard and see, okay, these were opportunities for this customer, and I've lost against these models or whatever, right? You know? Sorry, do you like it?
Yeah.
Petro, is it going to help you in your conversations with your salesman when they are talking about, hey, I have 10 opportunities? Well, what are they about? Let's take a look. Let's describe me. How is this opportunity? Is moving in the right direction? Maybe you're probably going to lose it. If you lose it, please lose it and report it in the CRM report because it's affecting my statistics, my forecast, and anything else. Right?
Yes.
Good.
I have one question. We're looking for Power BI system. Question is, can we use the Power BI by using a license subscriptions like CRM LITE or CRM Advanced?
You can
Or we
use
should buy this Power BI on
as far
our
as
side?
I know, the basic Power BI is for free. So you just need to go here, desktop download, then download, and you can download it for free. Following these open in Microsoft, or sorry, it's not getting up. Sorry. I'm sorry, go back. Download Microsoft. Oh, sorry, I have some firewall things here that does not me allow. Oh my gosh. To download it for let's say that should be the place where you there we go. So I can paste that link in the chat and you can make a try and download for yourself. That's for free. You don't need to register. So you just need to, let me change the language. Let me see if you have that in Ukrainian. No, Ukrainian is not there. Seems that maybe Russian. Sorry.
You are right now on Ukrainian language. Let's go up. Up.
Yeah, Ukrainian, yeah. And then download. Right?
Yeah.
You must select which is the type, if this is your version of Windows or not, and then the right one, download it and install it. But with this, there is a limitation. You cannot publish to the other users those reports. But this is for free. You don't have to pay it, right? That's one option. You don't have the premium license in Power BI to create applications and share dashboards with the other users. But at least you have a version to create your own Power BIs. You can send this like an Excel file. You send it to the other users, or you publish it in a SharePoint, and everybody can see that. That's another possibility. That's for free.
Okay.
Okay.
But you show for us different analysis in Power BI. This is standard version of this program, yes?
This one is designed for every dealer, for all the dealers at once. We publish, we maintain it. You don't need to do anything. So my recommendation would be first see what we have. Today I'm just gonna cover some of them because we don't have enough time. But there are many reports here about data quality, about activities, about marketing, about opportunities from the different areas, right? But on top, of course, you can build your own reports by connecting your CRM data information with Power BI. But to do that, you must know somehow the structure of CRM to understand which are the right fields to read to produce the right reports.
Just short clarification. The Power BI report will be available only in LITE, not in Limited.
No, it's in LITE and Advanced for both.
Okay.
It's the same, right?
But
the only
Limited will not work with Power BI report.
Limited, I guess they can as well, yeah. I guess they can. All right. It's just a matter of going to the user in CRM, switching from no to yes in this Power BI, and then you will have the full version. If you don't do that, this is what we were experiencing originally with Alexander, that he didn't switch to all yes, but he was able to see 4 reports. This is the standard reports for sales rep. They can access there and see their values, just their own values, their own opportunities, and their own figures from CRM. But here, with a manager view, with a full list, you as managers can see anything. That's the reason why you should probably restrict who should have access to the full visibility of Power BI or just to the standard visibility. Right? Clear? Questions?
No questions. Thank you.
Good. I have a couple of more reports to be seen today. A marketing list and prospection list. Just, I will see that on Friday. But this is to me one of the things we have introduced recently that I really like, which is about that thing. How we can track with a simple report the number of prospects I selected for any campaign, any demo activity or anything, or the customers I'm targeting the next quarter and next year, how many opportunities I have created, how many quotes I've won, and so on. And you can simply track that through this Power BI report. But again, I will see that on Friday, okay? And last but not least, I would like to check the data quality in activity report, customer data quality. Let me see what I can see here. Let me take it out just in case I'm gonna show the wrong values for yes, so that could be good. Let's see. This is for Spain. These are the Spanish dealers. And with this Power BI report, customer data, you can see all the accounts dealer by dealer. In your case, you will see accounts sales rep by sales rep. But first, Alexander, Pedro, you need to allocate the accounts to the right person based on the different areas, based on zip codes, or however you want to do that. You know how we can simply do that? Go into the accounts. They will probably all be originally allocate to an owner that will be DA48, whatever is your number, AGROSEM, DA48, whatever is your number, AGRISTAR. Sorry, I'm in the wrong environment. Let me go back here. Accounts. Simply all active accounts. So a nice way of allocate the accounts could be, for instance, if I'm responsible for the city of Madrid, I would filter by Madrid equals or contains. Maybe contains is better sometimes to filter. So these are my accounts, and maybe my sales manager could tick them, assign user team, search for me as the user in the system. My case is hashtag region to whatever. So ticket assign, and I'm massively assigning all the accounts from Madrid to me as a sales rep. Next step, just imagine that I'm not gonna search for Madrid, but maybe for province. At least in Spain, the zip code in the provinces start with the same two numbers. 28 is for Madrid, 30 for whatever. So you could simply as well select from that view. Let me clean it. All the active accounts, zip code starting from 2B, for instance, filter by equals, not begins with 2B, apply. And all these 2Bs belongs to whoever. Ticking them, assigning, and blocking to select a user or team, and then this should be to test user, whatever. Whoever, right? Juan José Fernández, it doesn't matter. Assign. And step by step, you're allocating all the accounts. Then you will see how in the Power BI reports, the users owns their own accounts. So they will be able to edit their own accounts and complete it, fulfill it, add equipments, qualify them A, B, C, K, or S, or anything else. Right? This is normally the first exercise you should do. Allocate the accounts to the right sales rep, and then ask them to qualify them their accounts as A, B, C, K, or S. If you remember, our approach would be 15% should be A's, 50%, let's say, B's, 30 whatever C's, And then key accounts, they should have on the top of their head. Then we continue updating the information from A and Ks, prioritizing the information to be added on the system. So we are, let's say, promoting the good customer data quality. Questions? No. By doing this, you can filter here, for instance, Ks and As in that simple report. And if I would be Trivium, I see I have 3,000 accounts as A or Ks. Whatever percentage have been modified in the last 30 days. So some of my sales rep are doing modifications in the last month. Percentage with email address. Oof, this is critical. This is how we track which of my contacts do have the email address, right? And what else? Nothing else from here. Any question from this report? You can allocate in a map or lift it up, show the accounts on by location, you know, by sales rep. Sorry, I did zoom. This would be another sales rep to allocate C accounts or key accounts or A accounts, right? Any question on this regard? Or I will move into my last report. Good, the very last one. Sorry to overwhelm you, but I guess it's good to see the potential. You don't need to remember all. You just need to, hey, Gonzalo told me about there was a report for equipments. Okay, so easy to find. Whoop, that's not that should not be visible. Give me 1 sec. I'm gonna change the branch maybe to UK. So you can see here, UK figures. So these are dealers. In your case, you will see salesmen, and not for customers like the previous one, but for equipment belonging to the customers. Equipment belonging to the customers. So you can see here the percentage of customer delivery date, the age of the equipment, and so on and so on. Sorry, I don't want to get you bored with these Power BI reports. If you need an extra session for specific Power BI reports, we can cover that there, right? In general, what do you think about the system? Jaroslav, I will start with you.
Yeah, I have one question about type of accounts. I can see that we have only 3 types. Generally, these types of account for sales. Do we have any other types of accounts for aftermarket service, parts, precision?
No, but the logic would be the same. That would be my advice. For instance, you probably have a specific number of or percentage of customers that brings you a lot of money. That should be the 80s. The A's, sorry, A or K's, right? Customers that frequently visit you to buy big amounts of parts, right? If you have, I don't know, it's following the same logic. Frequent customers should be A, big customers.
But we have only one box for one account. This customer can buy equipment, new equipment, can buy parts, but don't have service in our dealership. So I need to clarify what customer have lost for service, and I need to find them. Do we have any options for this?
Today there's no option. Like I said, originally it was fully designed for sales, not for parts, but it's a good idea, Jaroslav, to have a qualification by aftermarket. Like we did with Precision Ag, beginners, advanced, or intermediate. Yeah, that's a good idea. Would you suggest me something? Maybe 3 types. How many types would you like to have? Just for parts, for service, or for what?
I responsible for 3 department, for precision, I can see segmentation, types of account. For sales, I can see also, but for service and parts, I don't have any segmentation. So we will need it.
Okay, how many groups for parts, for instance? High, mid, and low, for instance, or something?
I believe that 3 groups.
3.
For example,
3
I
groups.
don't. I'm not ready to at the moment to say how many.
Could it be high, medium, and low, maybe? Just to make it simple in terms of purchase.
I suppose 3 types, it will be enough.
Okay, and for service, what do you think?
The same.
Same, and as well, high, medium, and low, or would you qualify with a different name?
For service, I believe it's service in warranty period, service for big repair, and
warranty. If you have a customer with 3 equipments, how you qualify with a warranty period? Then you're qualifying the machine, not the customer.
I mean, some customer use our service only in the warranty period, and after that they will.
Just warranty users, let's call it that way. Or what else?
And lost.
Say again, sorry.
No, some customer who was lost and don't have a service from our dealership.
No contact, let's call it that way.
Yeah.
And any other qualification?
It's enough.
Just 2?
3.
So just warranty?
It's full working. It's warranty period and
frequent contact, no, just on warranty. Okay. Okay, that's a good idea. Okay, good. So I'm gonna paste it on the chat just to remind it to me to suggest that customer qualification. Okay, good. Comments. On top of it, Jaroslav, any other thing, any other comment about what you've seen today, opportunities or Power BIs?
It's good platform for analysis, and I should try to use to say something. First, imagine it's great tool for using.
Okay, Petro, what do you think from your side?
I see a very nice system with detailed information, but one is important question which I want to ask. Its information will be dependent from manager and true information which put management, and its information especially I not call check. And so when we will see its information on the screen, some feature not will be right. So probably in the future, maybe you can take in some information from other
source.
Source, yes, and also for practice, how person take time for manager example each day in work in this system, because when I see I not a lot of practice this work in the system, how much person must maybe Alexander know how much person working time then take it work in this system, because main target salesman is sales. In this I see Management, they must put information, delivery date, description model, competition information, and more. So this perfect, but it's no main targets. It's sales machinery.
Yep. So
it's my review.
Yeah. I see what you mean. So today, how are you tracking the existing opportunities? Do you have an Excel file? Do you have which system are you using to be used by the sales rep to report their opportunities? Boyd. Okay. How
It's
long does
normally
it take
because
in Boyd?
it's we have experience and it's not take it a lot of time.
Yep.
And it's easy, and our coverage not a lot of customers. 6-4 a day. Yes, and 1-2 items for each customers. So it not taken a lot of time. These systems, it's I see probably some information. Example, FDD manager the first steps negotiation not have information.
Yep.
And after when we see diagrams, not will be fully information for me for an analysis. So in this system must work at I see all PLM, IM, management, and also more detail control his work.
Yeah. So you've comment some points. First, the accuracy of the data. It's on the sales rep, of course. It will take some time. The more you use it, of course, the easiest it is. And you have seen in my examples, it takes me to create an opportunity 1 minute. So for instance, if you have visited the customer, you're going to the
But
cart.
I see how you quickly it's move it mouse. It's 1 minute.
Yeah, it's a matter of practicing.
For us, maybe 10 minutes each.
10 minutes the first one, 5 minutes the next one, and I promise that after 1 month it will take you maybe 3 minutes, but it's not more than this. And you can use the cell phone to create the opportunities after visiting the customer. And I'm sure, hopefully, we will have millions of opportunities. That would be a dream. But at the end of the day, I don't know how many real opportunities are created in a weekly basis by a sales rep. 1, 2, maybe. I don't know. Hopefully, they will have hundreds of opportunities alive today. But under my experience speaking with sales rep, they say, well, today I may have 15 opportunities alive, which is good. Okay. So every month they generate.
All opportunities depended how much we have a customer, how much the customer has a hectare. Yes. Example for your region, you looking for customers who have example 30 hectares. Yes. In Ukrainian
150. 1200.
It's 30 hectare. Not interesting because not haven't now a lot of money buy the new John Deere, but can use it by used machinery.
Yep. As an average,
we also
Petro,
must cover. We also must cover these customers.
As an average, our sales rep in Spain, at least, they cover 300 customers. Each sales rep has 300 customers. Is it the same there in Ukraine?
Example in our company, middle 170 customer for each management.
For each sales rep. Salesman. Yep. That's not bad. In fact, it means that you have a good quality of the system, or that they are visiting them more frequently, but 170 is an acceptable number, right? And how many tractors do you sell a year, Pedro?
About 100 to
100 tractors. Right.
100.
How many salesmen do you have?
The 10.
10. So it means 10 deals per salesman. So it means 1 deal per month.
But we speak only tractor. We have combine. We have other.
I know. I'm
manufacturer.
just talking about the main product. Of course, there are more, right? 1 deal per month. To get that deal done, probably you have contacted 4 customers that month. Let's say you created 4 opportunities and finally you just won 1. 4 opportunities per month for tractors, on top of 1-2 more per month for a combine, let's say. So 6 opportunities. What else do they sell?
We else sells other planting, other tillage, other seeding.
Where, let's say, from 6 we move it up to 10, 12, 15, I don't know, by month. So it's not even 1 opportunity per day. That's what I'm trying to say, that this system is taking from you 5 minutes a day. Well, okay, from my point of view, this is their database. And I'm going to explain you on Friday why for salesmen it's crucial to work with their database, which is a big point, Petro. And I understand what you mean. This is not a system just to add information for nothing. The value, I will explain the real value on Friday. What can you do with this information and how this information should guide your salesman on the right direction to save time, to go to the right customers. That's the idea of the big data, of a system based on data. By targeting the right customers, you're saving time. You're saving driving time, moving around the 170 customers, trying to see, oh, this year, this, but I'm spent a lot of time driving, visiting. Let's use the database to see if this system is helping those salesmen to maybe give them a better orientation on which salesmen should be, which customers should be visited to be more effective with the time. This is all about, right, Pedro? But again, yeah, we can continue on Friday, and let's see if no problem. And from your side, Alexander, what do you think?
For me, it's useful because a lot of reports I do by myself, and I spend a lot of time with it. Yeah. And every day I need to communicate with outlet managers, with the sales managers, and take from them opportunity. They show me it in Excel file. So
so it's saving time in terms of reporting.
Yeah.
Good. So sorry, going back to your comment, Pedro, you are not the only person that has raised the hand and say, hey, it is taking so much time. That's part of my job. That's part of my position to explain you the benefits of going in this direction, right? My job is not just to explain how Power BI or CRM works, right? Is to help you, to move you in the right direction, to have a better control under your processes, to have a better control under the information out there, and as well to save time for you. Instead of making 1 million phone calls to your salesman to see and get an idea about, oh, this year in combines we're moving up or down. No, you will have everything in the system. If they are doing their job, you just need to take a look here, right? So on Friday, I will complete the training and let's see if I can convince you. Okay. Good. So sorry for extending the session today a little bit more than expected. And please practice, please do so, and bring some questions for Friday. Okay. Good. Okay. Have a very good afternoon, and then see you on Friday.
Bye. Thank you.
Cheers.
Bye-bye.
Ciao, ciao.
Cheers. Hey, goodbye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.